Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, the 23-year-old killed in a crash in Lincoln has been identified.
Also across the country, daily COVID cases are down by a large amount. We'll have the latest numbers, but first tonight.
The UK is interested in strengthening these relationships as well. They want to do it on a state level, so this is why we've got a great opportunity here in Nebraska.
Some exciting news for Nebraska and one of its #1 industries. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Today, Governor Ricketts announcing expanded trade partnerships with Nebraska.
It's with the United Kingdom and Ireland and giving our farmers and ranchers here in Nebraska a better chance to make a profit. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us from outside the Nebraska Farm Bureau to explain how this will impact our ranchers. Ariana?
Our ranchers have been feeling the strains of inflation for quite some time now, as the price of beef goes up in the stores, but their profits don't. With these international trade deals with the UK and Ireland, it gives our ranchers a better opportunity to make a bigger profit.
Trade agreements with individual countries, that's the way the world has been turning. It used to be all the countries that get together and they'd have these multilateral agreements and everybody agreed to them. Well, that's not happening anymore. So these free trade agreements are the way to expand the trade. And so it's a good thing anytime we try to do something like this. Nebraska
exported $1.6 billion worth of beef in 2021, the highest ever recorded.
We love exports. They actually, it's now over $400 that it adds to the value of an animal. Exports themselves, and so to be able to open more up to the UK is great.
The problem is, even though the price of the produce is going up, the ranchers are not seeing a bigger profit right now. The hope is that these trade agreements will help.
This $400 plus that we've added to the value through exports, a lot of the producers are not seeing much of that. It's going to one sector, and that's a real issue and a big issue, and we're feverishly working on it. However, the point is, if you don't have a market for your product, you don't have a product.
In other words,
we all want to work to try to make sure that their share continues, at least stay steady or grow, because we all want that. That benefits our smaller communities across the state. But you make that whole pie bigger, everybody's going to benefit from that.
The governor hopes this will open the door for other Nebraska producers and employers.
So there's a great opportunity for Nebraska companies to be able to go over there and find business opportunities.
When thinking of more exports, the image of cargo ships waiting to dock may come to mind.
That problem is still ongoing. So that supply chain issue is one that we're going to have to continue to work on. Certainly, we had not, even with those issues, we've had a record year for beef exports. We've had a record year for corn exports. Soybeans are up. So we're still seeing the opportunity, the ability for us to be able to meet those demands overseas. But it's clear we're going to have to continue to work on the supply chain.
We'll be traveling to the UK and Ireland August 20th through the 28th. And he says anyone interested in expanding their customers and their business overseas should join him. Reporting live in Lincoln, Ariana Martinez, Channel 8 News.
All right, Ariana, thank you for the live report on that story. Tonight, we do have new details about a deadly crash that happened over the weekend.
Police have identified the woman who was killed. They say 23-year-old Hortensia Hernandez lost control of her car, left the road, and hit a railroad arm and crossing pole. Her vehicle was the only one involved in the crash. It happened around 7 a.m. on Sunday near 14th and Highway 2. Hernandez was taken to the hospital where she was later pronounced dead. Help is on the way after a fire in Bennington killed 1 person and 9 horses.
That's right. The equestrian community, you're seeing part of that there. They are giving back. They're asking for ropes, water tanks, and grain, as well as donations to the owners and to the employee's family, the employee who died in the fire. The devastation left behind by the fire was gut-wrenching for many to see.
It was very heartbreaking to see, like I said, almost 30 years of someone's passion and dedication and love into what they've built just up in flames. As well as, as a horse person, seeing the horses that were being pulled out and what shape they were in. We just all wanted to be able to help as soon as we could.
Now, the name of the worker who was killed in that fire was released late this afternoon. He's been identified as 32-year-old Nathan Dietrich of Bennington. Now, to donate to the affected families, you can find the link on our website, klkntv.com. In other news now, a sign of hope in the fight against the coronavirus.
Every state in the country is now reporting new case rates that are down or at least stable. Coast to coast, daily cases are down about 61% since the peak. The number of patients also down nearly 50%. But one area that is going in the wrong direction is the number of deaths. More than 2,400 Americans are losing their lives to the virus every day.
I think we're in a much better space. I worry about might we have a future variant? We might. Might we have future surges? We might. So I don't think we can say COVID is over, but I think we can say we're in a much better place and we can get our lives back.
The CDC says 64% of the total U.S. population is fully vaccinated, but only 50% of those eligible have gotten their booster shots.
Also good news today coming from the Nebraska Medical Center up in Omaha. Starting today, they'll no longer be operating under what's called a crisis standard of care. It allows for non-emergency surgeries and postponed procedures to resume.
We'll continue to monitor the impact of those changes on staffing, on availability of hospital beds, and adjust accordingly. If we see that we have more capacity as the impact of the Omicron variant diminishes at a more rapid pace than we're anticipating, we will increase access to care.
The governor's DHM, the directed health measure for Nebraska Medical Center, actually expired today, a week earlier than anticipated. And during the 3 weeks of crisis care, they had to either cancel, postpone, or delay around 600 surgeries. They're now going to begin calling patients to reschedule, but they warn it's going to take some time. And we all know the last 2 years have been especially stressful for healthcare workers.
So First National Bank and the Huskers Athletic Department are teaming up to give them a special thank you, free tickets to the Nebraska spring football game.
It's no secret that over the last couple of years, healthcare workers have been on the front lines facing a very drastic situation. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been personally and professionally very difficult. We just felt that as a group, they were really deserving of this opportunity.
3,000 tickets will be available for Nebraska healthcare workers starting on Wednesday. The tickets will be first come, first serve, and only 4 tickets per person. Now to claim, you can go to that website at the bottom of your screen right now, huskers.com/FNBO. The spring game is April 9th. You have a chance to double your donation to the local United Way chapter.
Pledges from new donors will be matched dollar for dollar up to $50,000. It's thanks to some anonymous donors. Our United Way helps right around 64 local health and human services agencies, and that includes the HUB program. It helps people get their GED, maybe go to college, as well as helping pay for things like diapers and food assistance.
Before I came to the Hub, I was not on the best path. I was not doing the things I was supposed to for myself to be successful. And then when I came to the Hub, it was like I wanted to try something different. I wanted to be somebody, and they helped me go along the way.
Well, that's great. HUB has seen the need for its services quadruple since the pandemic started. Again, you can help them and many other agencies by having your donation matched through the end of March. If you are a first-time donor wanting to help, you can visit unitedway.org.
Hey, how about that weather today? Makes a Monday a lot more easier to take, John.
Yeah, that's right. Complaint department is closed today. Don't call the number because you're not going to get an answer. Hey, what a beautiful afternoon. Temperatures running 15 to 20 degrees warmer than yesterday, and yesterday wasn't too bad either. You can see the 24-hour temperature change right there. It's 17 degrees warmer in Lincoln. Look at the air temperature. Now, we made it to 62 degrees today in Lincoln. It's currently at 60, and I pulled up these statistics from last year on this date. Last year we had a high of 6, the low was 9 degrees below zero, and we had 13 inches of snow on the ground. What a difference a year makes, huh? Definitely not the case around here this afternoon. Winds are a little up, 10 to 15 miles per hour with some occasional gusts to 20 miles per hour, but not a big deal. Lots of sunshine around Nebraska. A few clouds up as you head into the northern part of the state, but we're going to stay clear as we go through the rest of this evening and through the overnight. For the rest of this evening, we'll see 52 degrees by 6 o'clock, 40 by 8, 35 degrees by 10 o'clock. Keep in mind our normal high temperature is 38 degrees. We're only going to see our lows dropping into the low 30s. And guess what? The warm warm weather continues. I've been put this out on Twitter earlier. Winter has been put on hold until further notice, but there is a shot of some cooler air coming our way, and I'll tell you when that gets here. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, John. At the White House today, President Biden is meeting with the Chancellor of Germany as world leaders seek a diplomatic solution to the crisis in Ukraine.
U.S. officials are warning Russia could invade Ukraine any day. ABC's Elizabeth Schultze has the latest.
A diplomatic push to avert a Russian invasion of Ukraine. President Biden meeting with new German Chancellor Olaf Scholz as the U.S. seeks a firm commitment that Germany will join NATO in enacting harsh penalties against Russia if President Putin invades Ukraine.
We are in agreement that it cannot be business as usual if Russia further invades. We are jointly ready, and all of NATO is ready.
In a face-to-face meeting with Putin in Moscow, French President Emmanuel Macron called for de-escalation amid Russia's buildup of more than 100,000 troops at the Ukrainian border. Putin denies Russia is planning an attack, but new video released by the Kremlin shows troops conducting military drills in neighboring Belarus, where Russia has built up a major military presence. Top U.S. officials warn Russia could invade any day.
We don't believe that Mr. President Putin has made a decision, but he has put in place the capacity, should he so decide, to act very quickly.
ABC News has learned that Russia now has in place 70% of the forces needed for a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, a move that could result in an estimated 50,000 Ukrainian civilian casualties. Some of those civilians participating in training drills in case Russia attacks. With the window for diplomacy narrowing, the U.S. is continuing to send more military equipment to Ukraine. A key topic on the agenda between President Biden and German Chancellor Scholz is the Nord Stream 2 natural gas pipeline, which runs between Germany and Russia. The U.S. insists that it will take steps to block the pipeline along with severe economic sanctions if Russia invades Ukraine. Elizabeth Schultze, ABC News, Washington.
And coming up tonight on the news, controversy continues to swirl around podcast star Joe Rogan.
And the calls for Spotify to remove him grow louder. More on that story after the break.
When your home feels clean and happy,
Now to podcast star Joe Rogan under fire again, this time a video going viral showing him using a racial slur repeatedly on his show.
He's apologizing, but there's pressure for Spotify to take action. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
Spotify won't be silencing embattled podcast host Joe Rogan anytime soon. In an internal memo sent to staff obtained by ABC News, CEO Daniel Ek apologizing, writing he is deeply sorry for the controversy over Rogan, but adding, "I do not believe that silencing Joe is the answer. Canceling voices is a slippery slope." Spotify's apology comes just hours after Rogan issued his own over the weekend. It was in response to a recently surfaced and now viral video showing him repeatedly using a racial slur on his show over the years.
I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years.
Spotify also confirming after conversations with Rogan, they've removed dozens of episodes of Rogan's hit show, The Joe Rogan Experience, the streaming site's most popular podcast. Rogan reportedly signing a $100 million exclusive licensing deal with the streaming giant in 2020. But even in the midst of the takedown, Spotify's still on the receiving end of backlash. Grammy Award-winning singer and songwriter India Ari asking for her music and podcast to be removed from the platform, highlighting Rogan's offensive language and how little artists make in comparison to Rogan's $100 million deal.
I am in no position to tell Spotify not to have Joe Rogan. I don't believe in cancel culture, but mostly this is a conversation about me standing up for my dignity.
Ari joins a growing number of megastars pulling their music from the platform to protest Rogan's promotion of vaccine misinformation, including Neil Young and Joni Mitchell. And in response to those recent protests, Spotify's CEO announced last month that they would add content advisories to COVID podcasts and direct listeners to a hub with factual information. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
What a day today with temperatures climbing into the low 60s. We've had lots of sunshine throughout the day. This is the case now as we look live from the north to the northwest from the station. And I take you down to the southwest side of town from Honda of Lincoln. And you can see we've got clear skies there as well as the sun is getting ready to set. I think it's about 5:53 today is when the sun sets officially. But boy, what an afternoon. We hit 62 degrees in the capital city. And even as of 5 o'clock, we are starting to cool off, but still holding on to 60. Especially when you think about our normal high temperature right now is 38 degrees. So we are starting to see our normals starting to climb a little bit, but nowhere near what we've got today. So some very nice weather around here. 58 degrees in Aurora, 58 in Hastings, and still holding on to 60 in Grand Island. Clear skies this evening and tonight. Temperatures will drop, but we're not going to drop terribly much overnight. We will see temperatures down in the low 30s by tomorrow morning, but that's still relatively mild compared to early January or February standards, where we should normally be down to right around 18 degrees. Tomorrow morning, we'll start with some sunshine. Skies turning partly cloudy by the afternoon. We will once again get back up into the 50s tomorrow. Some of you may hit 60 by afternoon. In Lincoln, we're likely to hit temperatures into the upper 50s. I'm forecasting a high of 58 in Lincoln, 61 in Beatrice, maybe as high as 63 degrees in Hebron, and 58 for those of you in York. Winds, though, will be gusting tomorrow, so hang on to your hat if you're going to be outside tomorrow. You'll notice the winds are quickly increasing out of the northwest as those winds shift around behind a weak cold front. It's hard to call it a cold front when we don't cool very much. But by 10 a.m., we could have winds gusting to 40 miles per hour. They'll continue to gust as we go through the day, although weakening slightly as we head towards later into the afternoon. You can see by 7 o'clock in the evening, winds begin to back down. So in the meantime, I'm saying winter is on hold. We are going to see temperatures remaining into the 50s for the next several days. It's amazing. We've only had about 3.7 inches of snow so far this year. That goes back to October 1st. That is the least amount of snow we've had to date for a season since 1931 in the capital city. we're going to keep seeing warmer temperatures sticking around here. So we've got warmer air tomorrow coming our way. This is that little surge through here. And really, it's going to be the eastern half of the country that sees the cooler air. We've got another shot of warmer air coming our way by the end of the week. Now, we are going to start to watch this little buckle in the temperatures up across Canada. That's going to slide through here for Saturday. That will bring us a shot of some cooler air. It's going to start to feel like winter in winter, wouldn't you know, for Saturday, with temperatures only topping out in the 30s. But then we start to warm back up quickly as that colder air begins to move off to the east. And notice the warm air beginning to slide back into the plains. Right now, it looks like for Valentine's Day on Monday, this could be the warmest Valentine's Day in 16 years in the capital city. Look at the 7-day forecast. We're in the 50s on Wednesday. We are in the 50s on Thursday. Up to 50 Friday, turns a little windy again. And again, that cold front comes through here on Saturday. So it's just a brief shot of cold air, 33 degrees. But by the second half of the weekend, we are back up into the 50s after a morning low of 13. Right now, Valentine's Day, it looks like we could hit 60. And then beyond that, we'll see temperatures cooling off a little bit back into the 40s and then perhaps even into the 50s as we head towards February 17th. So right now, it appears 50s are more common than colder temperatures, and definitely no snow on the ground at this point.
All right, looking like it's going to be a pretty beautiful 10-day forecast. Thank you, John. A split day on Wall Street today. The Dow only up about a point. NASDAQ, though, falling 82 points. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, could the U.S. finally be turning the corner?
Finally tonight, the public has spoken. Naming rights for a Minnesota snowplow will honor a beloved golden girl.
Jeremy Roth explains in tonight's Take a Look at This.
When the Minnesota Department of Transportation asked for the public's help in their Name a Snowplow contest, they should have known they'd receive countless contributions from the creative and kooky to the crazy and cringy. But in the end, residents made it clear they're holding on to what's golden, voting overwhelmingly to honor late great actress Betty White. With 40,024 votes, Betty Whiteout plowed over the competition, besting colorful runners-up like Control Salt Delete, The Big Leplowski, and Scoop Dog. The top 8 submissions, including other gems like Blizzard of Oz and No More Mr. Ice Guy, will adorn plows across the land of 10,000 lakes. As for Betty Whiteout, she'll be serving District 8, covering parts of southwest and central Minnesota. From a golden girl to Goldens in Golden. Yeah, we should go ahead and bring up the golden counter. There we go. To celebrate International Golden Retriever Day, dog lovers in Colorado seized a golden get-together opportunity.
Well, we've got the Goldens in Golden Day. Everybody brings their golden retrievers to Golden, Colorado.
The event was a success as organizers estimated some 2,000 Goldens were gathered to share the puppy love.
They're so cute. They're very affectionate dogs. They really lean into the love of today.
As far as swag goes, the retrievers struck gold. Still counts. Enjoying doggy bags, puppy ice cream, and of course, free snuggles.
It's a good day for golden retrievers.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
All right, let's get a final check of your forecast on this Monday evening with John.
It's pretty nice this evening. You may be able to even to fire up the grill this evening. Do so over the next couple hours as temperatures remain in the 50s through 6 o'clock, down into the 40s through 8, then we'll drop down into the 30s by 10 o'clock, but we're not going to drop off overly much overnight. We'll see low temperatures mainly in the low 30s by tomorrow morning and highs once again back into the 50s for tomorrow.
All right, thank you, John, and thank you all for being here with us tonight.
World News is next, and we'll see you back here for more news, weather, and sports at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we build each mattress specifically for you, right here in our locally owned store. We can even make his side different than hers, backed by our lifetime comfort guarantee.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Stop into Menards during the Race to Saving sales event. Now's a great time to stock up on Energizer alkaline batteries. They provide long-lasting energy for the devices you use every day. Pick up a 16-pack of AA or AAA batteries for only $5.99 after rebate. Enjoy all the benefits of LED energy-saving technology with Fight Electric. Get a 10-pack of LED light bulbs for only $9.99 during Menards Race to Saving sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Life moves, and we move with it. Until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits and brings us to a stop. That's why there's The Joint Chiropractic, a national network of chiropractic clinics that keep people moving, healthy, and active. At The Joint Chiropractic, you never need an appointment or insurance, and we're open evenings and weekends. Come in for our new patient special. Get an exam, consultation, and a